Ash and the gang. The Mandalorian is great in the new series, and let's check out what's new in the world of pop culture with your hosts John, Tim, and Quentin, and a podcast we call Rewind
and Reload.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Rewind and Reload. Tim and Q are with me again, and I don't think I can shake them, so I think we might be stuck. So, guys, how you guys been?
Dovakin. I don't know the rest of the song.
That was pretty close.
I'm not fluid in Dovahkiin. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe you should brush up.
I should have brushed up for this week.
Really,
specifically, too. I fucked up.
You need to get up to date with your ancient Nord and your dragon language, and then we'll talk.
Yeah. So maybe we'll rewind after you figure out your dragon speak. So
and we'll reload into talking about our weeks. So real quick, mine was pretty good. Just did the same old bullshit. Played some COD. Watched The Mandalorian. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Was it good?
Good, dude. I don't want to talk about it since you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
This is me calling John out right now.
I'm telling you guys, this is gonna go up on Friday. I'm gonna have it on Thursday, and I probably will have this watched by the time this airs.
Okay. Well,
you can
look out for next week.
All about the egg.
The fucking cheesy gordita crunch egg.
I just know Baby Yoda's in it, and I want to see it. I know it's not Yoda,
I don't
but
think
it's
Baby
like
Yoda, man. I think it might be a clone, but who knows?
I mean, it's still adorable.
Yeah, honestly, like it's really fucking cute. Like so it's not a spoiler, but at one point it just fucking eats a frog. Which I think I could be digging way too deep here, but in an interview one time as a joke, George Lucas said that Yoda's species, he doesn't have a species, he's just like a frog, like Kermit.
I don't know if he was designed by Jim Henson, wasn't
he? Yeah, but like I don't know if that was like a
I don't know. George Lucas
call
has some
back
weird
to that
comments
quote or not, but I think that'd be funny if that was the reason that happened.
We need more dewbacks in this scene. We need more CGI dewbacks walking across the screen. Can we get those in, please?
Yay.
Though, we need to edit the Han shot first scene again.
Again, for the 8th time.
40 years later, we need to do it again.
Oh, boy. The cool thing about the Mando, though, is that they do not do that CGI bullshit. A lot of the stuff is, like, I'm assuming puppets or animatronics, and I'm living for it.
So it's kind of coming back from, like, the original trilogy where, like, a lot of it was puppets and stuff.
I don't think... There's, like, the certain animals in Episode 2 that I don't think are real. Or Episode 1, rather. But I don't know if they were practical effect or not.
Like the I know what you're talking about.
Like those
I'm pretty sure those are CGI, yeah. But I'm talking like there is some CGI.
Salacious Crumb is the one we talked about before.
The Salacious Crumb thing made me so happy. Where he's just like in a cage. Oh, that looks so good.
Well,
so they're doing it right. Disney's doing it right.
Now I'm gonna have to watch this shit because of you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Get on it.
I was gonna watch it either way, but
that was pretty much my week too. I've been stealing someone's Disney Plus, and I watched that. I played a lot of Death Stranding. I'm getting towards the end, and I still don't know what's going on. That's my update. Still, I mean, I'm starting to piece together puzzle pieces, but oh boy, there's a lot of puzzle pieces. This is like a 1,000-piece puzzle that I have to put together all in my brain. So, there's that.
Death Stranding is a thinking man's game.
You could say you have to at least have the IQ to understand Rick and Morty to play this game.
You have to have a certain level of intelligence.
I was going to make an intelligence score.
I'm going to get new co-hosts after this.
Considering
Jesus
the subject
Christ.
of this episode, but I forgot that this is the game that cut that out, so never mind.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
What about our lovely boy Johnny?
Oh, nothing
was
too
his
much. Well, we were just getting ready for opening season for hunting. Firearms for deer opened up, so me and Carly went out over the weekend and didn't get anything. Saw some stuff, but then yesterday was Carly's birthday, which we're recording on Tuesday, so it was on Monday. But
I didn't tell her happy birthday. Sorry, happy birthday, Carly.
I'll let her know. But if anyone out there wants to tell her happy birthday, it's at Lunar Carl at Instagram. But yeah, so we went out to Furin in Valpo and had a really good dinner. It was fun.
Is it as expensive as I've heard?
No, not really. Like, a lot of people keep saying that it's really expensive, and it's really not.
I couldn't find a menu online for them, so I just assumed it's expensive.
What'd you get? Because when I went there, I spent a hot fucking penny.
Okay, I mean, it's expensive, but not like as expensive as other Japanese restaurants I've been to. Like,
that's fair enough.
I usually get the bento box because I like the variety, and then I'll get a sushi roll on the side. But I've also gotten their ramen, and I've gotten their, I don't think it's lo mein, but it's like pretty much lo mein. I can't remember the Japanese word for it. But all those things were like decently priced, I guess. They were like $15 a plate.
I was going to say, when I went there, dude, it was like fucking 60 bones, but I bought a lot of fucking sushi.
Yeah, their sushi is...
I have a problem.
Yeah, their sushi is kind of expensive, and you don't get a lot.
It's called yakisoba?
Yes, that is what I had. It was yakisoba. I hate you.
I knew what it was, but I had to Google it to make sure I didn't sound like a fucking idiot.
But yeah, that's what we did. Or I did this week. But do you guys have anything else you'd like to add to our weekly update?
I only hunt the most dangerous of game.
People?
Man.
I almost did that, actually, because we kept having issues with this duck hunter on the nature reserve that's, like, to the side of Carly's dad's, like, back 40 that we're hunting on. And he was shooting at nothing in the sky, and pellets were dropping around my tree stand, and I was getting pissed.
We just call that steel rain. Lead rain.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the jungles.
Well, yeah.
I just want to bring something up that I found this week real quick, because it is kind of pertinent to my week. I watched a movie called The Conspiracy, which is like it's about a conspiracy theory documentary that goes off the rails. And they mentioned the Gulf of Tonkin, the event that like catalysts the U.S. into the Vietnam War. And I Googled it, and there's Google reviews for the Gulf of Tonkin, and one of them is just went here on a vacation when I was a kid. Sorry, I choked on a mint. Went here on a vacation as a kid, got cancer from some weed killer we sprayed from the sky. 0 out of 10, not worth it. And I was like, what?
What?
I think it was a troll review, but I'm not sure.
Either way, like, that's some dedication in that post.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Don't get cancer, folks.
Let's get right into the goods.
Yeah, let's jump into our topic on that note. Today, if you couldn't tell from our Instagram post, we are going to be talking about Skyrim. I'd like to start off our conversation maybe with our first experiences with the game. I remember playing it for the first time in Quentin's basement. I think it was either Tim or Elijah that was with us. I cannot remember. Do you?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't remember the full squad who was there.
I don't remember, but I know we were in your parents' basement. You finally let me make my own account after just like playing here and there on yours. And it was probably a good idea because every time I would play as your character, I would just die. And finally, when I had my own account, I started listening to what you had to say. But later on, I remember almost dying from a bear because somehow I got in a fight with a bear, stripped off all my armor, and then the only reason I won was because I jumped off a waterfall, and the bear fell along with me and glitched into the rocks. And I survived.
I remember all of this, and I just remember being extremely frustrated with you watching you play.
I remember you also being very frustrated.
Like, bro, just fucking do this. And be like, no, man, I got this. I'm going to do this. I'm like, bro.
I remember you just repeatedly telling me, like, put on armor and fight him. And I was like, no, I'm going to jump off this waterfall, bro.
Dude, I don't know if it was me then, because I feel like I would have screamed.
Yeah,
I think it was Elijah.
It was a very rough moment.
Back then, I had no patience for like people just playing games purposely wrong. And I would have screamed.
I don't know, I'm like fucking... Oh, God, how old was I in 2011? I don't remember. I just fucking, however old, just fucking screaming at John, like, stop playing this fucking video game like a boomer.
14 or 15, probably.
I want to point out that I actually play a lot of video games kind of like a boomer because I do some weird shit. Like, Carly will make comments. She's like, why would you do it this way? Like, in Red Dead, I'll jump off cliffs all the time.
Dragon Ball Z games.
What?
It's because you and I grew up playing bad Dragon Ball Z games. That's why you're bad at games.
Yeah, probably. I'm decent at them. I just do weird shit to get through them.
I mean, you and I 100%ed Dragon Ball Z sagas, and I tried to play that game again recently. It's not good. I don't know how we did it.
No, I tried to play it a couple years ago again, because I remember how much fun we had doing it, and I also can't. No, it's bad. But enough with that experience. Cute. What was your first experience with this game?
It was Christmas of 2011. Literally the only reason I remember the year is because this game came out on 11/11/11, and that has been burned in my fucking memory ever since.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it being a big deal, and then you just forget.
Yeah, no, when three numbers are in a row like that, you can't forget. It becomes part of you. But anyways, I remember the first time I played, I just fucking fell in love with the game. I probably spent like a good 2 hours just not doing what I was supposed to, just getting lost. Not even doing the main storyline like whatsoever.
I have a bad habit of doing that as well. Still to this day, I have a bad habit of that.
See, for me, this was like one of the first games that I ever played that like you could like really do that.
You see those mountains? You can climb them.
You get on your horse and you can go fast over the mountains.
Thanks, Todd. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you, Todd. Fuck off, Todd.
Who's laughing now?
He can fuck off. But no, that was like the first time I ever really like experienced something like that, and I was just like, wow, like this game is just next level shit, man. Like, whoa. Which probably makes me sound like stupid because saying like that was my first game where I ever experienced something like that, but I grew up playing very linear like JRPGs and shit, so give me a break, you know? Or Smash Bros. And my final first memories is this game completely ruined the relationship I was in at the time because I just fucking played Sky. Like, I didn't respond to texts or anything, and the girl I was dating at the time was like, obviously not very happy about that. And it definitely led to the end of the relationship. But it's okay, because then that just gave me more time to play Skyrim.
I kind of remember you not being happy in most of the relationships you had in high school anyway, so that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, more time for Skyrim.
Yeah. Just don't do it now, because I like your current girlfriend I like a lot, so don't screw it up.
It's cool. Like, if we don't text each other for like a few hours, it's fine. It happens a lot. We get sidetracked.
I feel like that's when you know you got a winner. Like,
yeah.
If you can just not talk to each other and then just pick it up whenever, it's perfect.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
And what about you, Tim?
I pre-ordered this game like so far in advance that it was, I don't know how I convinced my parents to do it, but I did.
Especially around the fucking holidays too.
Yeah, this game came out on a Friday, I looked up, and I'm pretty sure I played it the entire release weekend.
That's crazy that they did a release on a Friday.
I think it was to get the 11/11/11 thing.
That fair enough, because usually like
it's Thursdays or Tuesdays.
Yeah, with however they like report.
Yeah, which is how they report
sales and shit.
Earnings. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's neat. I didn't even realize that came out on a Friday.
Yeah.
I'd played the 2 previous games in the series, so I knew what I was getting into. I played a metric fuck ton of Oblivion when that game first came out with a friend at the time, and that was probably one of my most memorable RPG experiences, so I was like, oh, I gotta play the next one. I don't think I'd finished Morrowind at that time, because I was a little bitch baby, and the darkness and scary music scared me. I can't read cryptic ass journals like I can as an adult.
Yeah, see, dude, I was just I was a stupid child, and Morrowind is not, because I played Morrowind and Oblivion before Skyrim, but like, how the fuck is a 9-year-old supposed to figure out Morrowind?
Dude, I don't know how I did. I think I had to like print out like page by page walkthroughs at the time, and even then, I would just get scared and stop playing. Because the game's dark, and I didn't know how to turn up the brightness at the time. And now as an adult, I played through it earlier this year, and I was like, this isn't scary at all. What's wrong with me?
You're just a silly child.
Silly baby boy.
Yeah, dude, it was, I love this game a lot, but, we'll talk about my relationship with it a little bit more later.
Yeah, because now I want to get into our favorable and less favorable parts of the game. So, like, for myself, like, glitches cover both things, like favorable and less favorable, because sometimes they're hilarious and sometimes they cause you not to be able to finish storylines. I hate glitches mostly because there is a storyline that I have yet to complete to this day. It's the Red Eagle side mission, and every time I finish, it resets the mission and it wants me to go do it again. It's ridiculous. But there's also really funny ones where, like, Carly's played before, and in the College of Winterhold, when you fight Arcano, one time he was completely naked. Had nothing on. He has like Thalmor robes, completely naked. Just had a loincloth.
Yeah, dude, weird shit like that happens. Like, this game, I mean, as with any Bethesda game, it had some fucking glitches.
Yeah, there was another mission she played, or not a mission, but she had some guy like right outside of Whiterun, where he kind of fell about halfway through the floor, which, like, the ground, so he was like waist up, and that was it. And every time she would go back, there would be another one of him in a different varied state of how much he was in the ground. Like, there was one up to his neck, and one that was just like walking around. It was weird.
If I'm not mistaken, when you get hit by like one of the giants and you fucking shoot up in the sky or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's a glitch.
Yes.
That they just kept in the game because they were like, nah, this is funny.
Yeah, they left that in the game on purpose. Because it's a collision glitch, but people were like, don't take it out, actually.
I was like,
good.
Yeah, I loved it. Like the first time that happened to me, I was like, wait, what?
But I remember fighting a giant and you getting really pissed off at me at your house.
Yeah, probably because you're playing on my fucking main account, and I was like, dude, you're gonna get me shot up into the sky.
Okay, but I killed him, and I killed 2 mammoths as well, so...
We don't have any fucking proof of this.
I mean, no, we don't have proof, but I definitely did it.
This is all conjecture. This is hearsay.
Yes.
That's fair. But, alright, so those are my favorable and less favorable parts. Tim, what are yours?
Some of my favorite stuff is like not even like main quests or side quests, just like random shit you can find out in the environments. I love like not unscripted, I wouldn't say, but just like non-quest related storytelling that can happen. Like you'll just find a shack that's burnt down, but you'll find like a tome of fireball inside of it and shit like that. I'm just like, oh, someone on this team actually cared about this game and like made little details like that. One of my biggest like things that I like, but used to like, and still kind of do about this game is all the speculation surrounded the Falmer when the game first came out about how they were these elves that were cursed somehow, and that there was this big fan investigation going on, and then in the DLC Dawnguard, they more or less just confirmed like all that's true. That actually happened.
Yeah, I love that they confirmed that.
And
like
just
finally.
to be like part of that in real time was like super interesting to me. And
dude, the I guess Elder Scrolls in general lore goes like way deeper than like American history.
I don't remember which game it was. It might have been Morrowind. Whoever wrote the story and the lore of Morrowind, there's a notorious story about how he just locked himself in a room for a week and wrote all this crazy fantasy lore, and then like he's like, here, work with it.
Work with it.
No shit.
And that's why there's things in Morrowind like pulling asteroids from the sky and then using them as a floating prison and shit like that.
So the dude went crazy.
Nah, he's great. Also, the score in this game, I can't think of who did it. Give me like 2 seconds. But the score is great. It's like so good. And I can't even begin to express how much I love it. Jeremy Soule. Yeah, Jeremy Soule did like all of the games, I think. But yeah, he did at least Morrowind, Skyrim. Oh, he did Oblivion too. Okay, cool. Jeremy Soule is like such a good fucking composer for video games. But the one thing I don't like about the game is kind of what John hinted at earlier, like good old Bethesda stank of we're gonna make this huge world and there's no way we can bug test all of it, so just fucking release it. And I get it. As someone who has made software in the past, I can't imagine trying to go through and debug probably what is over 1,000, full pages if you had to print it out of code. And I wouldn't want to. And I get it. But when I have saves get deleted when I'm at level 40, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, I've really learned through this game to save all the time.
Yeah. On the PS3 version of the game, there was a glitch that happened, and I don't know if it still would still happen, but with all Bethesda games, when your save size started getting over like 10 megabytes or so, crashes just would happen like at the drop of a dime. There was no way to stop it. and I fought through it for however many Bethesda games. But it's good to have a PC now and not have to deal with that shit.
I remember that happening with the PS3, but I don't remember. I don't really have crashes or anything happen on the Xbox One now, since they remastered it.
I mean, I'd hope by now they'd fix it. They've had fucking 8 years. Or well, when did the remakes come out on Xbone and PS4?
2014, probably.
Let's see.
I mean, even then, that would still be they'd still have a full 3 years to fix stuff. Like, come on.
Well, I'm talking like all Bethesda games across the board.
16
to happen. Like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. Even though Fallout New Vegas wasn't a Bethesda game, it would still happen.
Just had that Bethesda funk.
It just had that open world funk.
Yeah, no.
Bollocks.
So, Q, what is yours? Favorite
my
and least
favorite part
favorite
about the game is the modding community that I think still keeps the game alive to this day.
Despite Bethesda's best efforts.
Yes. What other fucking game can you play where you can make your character a Super Saiyan while summoning the moon from Majora's Mask while also being attacked by Thomas the Tank Engine?
And being Batman.
While your companion Master Chief shoots it.
Yeah.
Or having an anal plug in the whole time. Did you know about that?
No, I have not looked into the Skyrim.
Yeah, so I have a friend
community
named Call that plays it a lot, and he only plays as women because he plays in third person and can't play in first person, so he doesn't feel like looking at a guy's ass. He has a mod
playing this game in third person. Fuck
yeah, that's stupid, right? But he has a mod on where his character has a like a tail butt plug in the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super classy.
Oh. Well, I mean, hey, man, you know, it's a video game, so you can do whatever you want, I guess. You can unlock your imagination.
Personally, I just do, like, aesthetic stuff.
Yeah, like aesthetic stuff, like bringing the Predator and... No, I'm joking. I don't know if you did that, but that's a mod I installed for a little bit.
I didn't know you could do that.
Someone made a racial mod of that.
I've installed so many fucking different mods. Like, I have, like, texture mods, I have questlines, I have races, I have weapons. Like, dude, there's everything. Every part of the modding community for this game is super fucking cool, and you can find something that will blow your mind.
Yeah, I mostly have the texture mods, and then I also have like weather ones too, where the weather will variate more. I like that a lot. And then I like the dialogues and the side, like further side quests and stuff. I just think it helps, I don't know, further like helps you play the game even longer, even though it's already a super long game.
Yeah. My least favorite thing, though, honestly, just the fact that Todd fucking Howard's name is attached to this game that I love so much, because I really don't like Todd Howard.
Why?
He's fucking...
Tell us how you really feel.
Because he's a lying sack of shit?
There's a lot of different things, yeah. One, he's a lying sack of shit. Two, from what I've heard, doesn't always treat employees the best. Three, I can't think of a third. It's mostly just Todd Howard. I just don't like him as a person. Like, the fucking bullshit he tries to push is just, I don't know. I'm not a fan.
He's just a gamer like you.
We're just two gamers, two different paths. I have the base game, and he has all of the DLC.
Well, I feel like you could probably go on a rant about Tom Howard.
Tom Holland? Yeah, that's correct.
Tom Holland? Fucking Tom Holland. Give me a good fucking Elder Scrolls game, you son of a bitch.
Okay. Sorry. Alright. Anyways.
If I can't swing webs in Elder Scrolls 6, I'm returning it to GameStop.
I'll go on record that if I can swing from webs in Elder Scrolls 6, it will be my favorite game ever. So, but why don't we dig into the main missions and also the DLCs of the game? There are a lot of missions throughout this game, but obviously we don't have all night to talk about this. So let's just talk about the missions. I want to see kind of like your knee-jerk like reaction to each of these, like how you like it, how you don't like it, you know. So I'm going to spit out the main quests and then the DLCs. So starting off the main quest, Dragon's Return to Skyrim. How do you like that quest line?
Good.
Fucking awesome.
All right, fair.
I think the ending's a little weak, but good.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say
I agree.
that, but I didn't want to have like a hot take that people are going to be like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bud.
By the end of the game, when you're just a fucking walking god who just kills Alduin in 2 hits, yeah, it's kind of fucking weak.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm level 40 right now in my most recent playthrough, and I have not done this mission yet. I have not even started it. I cannot speak in the voice. I have no thum at all. And I am level 40.
Oh.
So that's how much I like it. I like it. It's just I've played through it so many times that I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So the next one, Civil War.
Not good.
Yeah.
You can make it a lot better with mods, I'll say this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there... Okay, so if you do the Civil War quest line before you do the Dark Brotherhood quest line, you can't start the Dark Brotherhood quest line.
Yes, I believe so.
It's fucking stupid. Because it destroys the building that the first guy you're supposed to assassinate is in.
Yep.
Oh.
Or the tower, I think, whatever. Tower building, whatever the fuck he's in. You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know that. That's dumb.
Yeah. It might be fixed now, but I remember that happened to me when I played it, and I was like, wait, what? Because it was like, go here, and I'm like, I can't. Where am I supposed to go? And then I Googled it, and I was like, fuck me, dude. The story of it was okay, I guess, but
I feel like it was just unnecessary. I don't know.
It's just I don't know. It just I don't like the fact that it's just a binary choice of like choose one of these not good factions. Like if anything, the Empire choice is arguably the better one. Even though the Empire at this point is being controlled by the White Gold Concordat, but still.
it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Ulfric is just a fucking like xenophobic bigot.
Yeah.
I didn't see that as a kid. I was like, cool Viking man.
I picked Empire, which was like, I don't remember my specific reasoning, and I know that was a surprising choice for me because I was always like, fuck the government as a child, but for some reason Ulfric did not sit well with me.
No, I think from the get-go, even like my first playthrough from it, I was like, he's a racist piece of shit, and I can't get behind that. I don't really play the Civil War just because I don't really like either of the sides personally.
Yeah, like we said, there's not really a good choice.
I think that might be the point, but at the same time, like, Usually in games like this, you have at least one option where you're like, okay, this is the definitive good guy route.
That's probably why it's
The-
so good, though, is because, like,
Yeah.
you have to pick the greater good.
Which
There was
is
no greater good.
No, like,
xenophobic, bigot,
I guess the
ignored,
best of the worst.
dirty elf controlled Imperial horde.
Yeah.
Which at
But-
least gives unity to the region, but they're also controlled by the fucking worst race in the game.
Okay, so to move
Not
on from that...
statistically, but lore-wise.
So to move on from that, let's talk about the guild quests. College of Winter.
Bad.
Okay.
Bad.
Nah.
Bad.
Okay.
I don't even remember anything from it, if that tells you anything about
Outside of
what I think of it.
the major lore implications of the end of it, bad.
That's fair. Okay, companions.
Cool.
Pretty good.
I agree.
I kind of was annoyed with it the first time I did it, just because it's like you can't not get turned into a werewolf, and I was like, I don't want this.
I just don't really ever use that perk.
Dude, the first time I got turned... Sorry to interrupt.
No.
I just remember the first time I got turned into a werewolf, I went on a legitimate rampage thinking, oh, this won't have consequences.
Oh, it does. It does.
It definitely do.
Yeah, that's the worst part, is that, like, you can't... I don't know. You always have consequences with your choices. Like, because if you're a vampire, you have consequences too.
Dude, being a vampire in the Elder Scrolls is the fucking worst. Don't even get me started on that shit.
Oh, it's fucking
In-
god-awful.
Oblivion, especially, I remember it
Have
was
I-
fucking terrible.
In Oblivion, I don't remember, it was when I was playing the game with a friend when we were first playing, we didn't know that we had vampirism, and we accidentally rested outside, so it auto-saved during the day.
No! So you just wake up and
We were
die.
stuck in a fucking feedback loop of dying from the sun.
That's awesome.
I think
I
we
love
cheated our
that.
way out of it somehow, but I don't remember how.
That's good shit.
Nice. Okay. Thieves Guild.
The best fucking side quest.
Yes, absolutely. The best
Hands
side quest in the
down,
game.
the coolest fucking story. It was yeah.
All right. Dark Brotherhood.
Second best.
Yeah. I think I'll agree with that statement.
Okay, fair.
I didn't
fair.
think the story was quite as good as
I would tend to
the
agree. I
Thieves
think
Guild
the
story.
characters are the best part of it.
Yeah, but the characters were really cool. There is some cool lore stuff you get from the Dark Brotherhood. Like, it's implied that Cicero is the adoring fan in one of the books.
Yeah, in one of his journals.
Yeah. So that's
Really?
kind of neat, like the adoring fan from
Yeah,
Oblivion.
he talks about how he got a new contract to follow around the champion of the arena on Cyrodiil. And he's like, oh, it'll be really easy. All I have to do is just carry on his stuff for a few weeks, and then while we're in camp one night, I'll just slit his throat. And it's like, oh,
Damn.
interesting. And they're both wood elves, so...
Cicero is a vampire, right? Or no?
He's...
No, I don't believe
think
so.
I think he's just a freak.
How
Yeah,
the
he's
fuck
just
is he that
fucking
old?
weird.
He's an elf.
Oh, I guess they do live really long.
Yeah, elves in, I believe, in Elder Scrolls live quite long.
I feel like that's just a general elf thing, though.
In some fiction, no. Like, The Witcher, I think they gave up their immortality by coming to the realm of man. But,
Really?
Yeah.
Freaking idiots.
It's not like,
What you got in the realm of man? Fucking bullshit.
it's not like the Lord of the Rings, where it's just like, hey, we're like 3,000 years old, we're gonna go to the land of the undying now, see ya, bye. It's like, what does that mean? Tolkien, what does that mean?
Don't
Who
worry
It's
about it.
knows?
like, read the Silmarillion and you'll find out.
Okay. So let's talk about the DLC main quests. Dawnguard.
Really cool.
Good.
Cool.
Yeah, I liked the Dawnguard stuff that you can do, like upgrading the HQ. I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
Me being 14 or 15 at the time, the fact that they added crossbows, I was like, This is some pimp shit.
I don't think I've ever actually used the crossbow. I have one.
They weren't great. I'll tell you that right now.
By the point that you get to that in the game, and you have like a custom forged legendary Daedric bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I always did archer for all my playthroughs.
Dude, stealth archer is the most broken build in this game.
Yeah, I always did archer. I always just liked doing it.
Shout out to the monks. No, they weren't monks. What were those guys at the top of the
Greybeards?
Greybeards?
Yeah, shout out to the Greybeards helping me get my stealth and my archery and my one-handed and my two-handed to 100.
Because they're invincible?
Yeah, you just fucking... You sit on one end of the hallway, you crouch, and you shoot arrows at them.
Holy shit, I never actually knew that.
Yep, that's pro gamer stuff.
They're marked as essential NPCs, so they can't die.
That's kind of awesome.
That's legitimately how I got my archery.
I just got it playing.
All my
like,
other
I
shit up,
played it
all the way to
through
100.
correctly.
Yeah, no, I was like, fuck that. I'm just going to do it all right now.
Huh.
And just power through the game.
There you go. Okay, so Hearthfire.
I don't even think I fucking played any aspect of it besides, like... Honestly, I don't even think I ever started any of those quests.
I like
played
it a
little
lot.
Bit too much of it.
Yeah, I liked building my own house. The kids kind of was whatever, but I definitely like doing the my own house.
But the kids have a chance to give you literally any item in the game, I think. I think there are some that are off the list.
Yeah, I think the kids are cool. It's just like...
Just abuse them for random items.
Yeah.
Don't abuse your kids, but abuse the game systems.
I always gave my kids things. Like, I always when I would come home from a quest, I would give them shit.
You had to marry the one lady from Whiterun because she has the highest passive income as a spouse because she owns a store.
I always marry the chick from the Companions.
Ael the Huntress, also a good choice.
Yeah, she's a hottie. So, all right.
I wish it wasn't so grindy, but yeah, it's a good DLC.
So, like, Dragonborn.
Return to Morrowind, baby. Best DLC.
Pretty fucking tight.
Also, Hermaeus Mora is my favorite Daedric prince because he's just... Well, he's not my favorite. Sheogorath will always be my favorite.
I was about to say.
Oblivion, but
Hermaeus
Mora is a close second just because he's a big blob of tentacles, and it's just like, oh, this is just Lovecraft.
Can you kill Sheogorath in 5 or Skyrim, or am I losing my mind?
I think he's marked as essential.
I can't remember how that quest goes.
You have to free the mind of that's the one. Pelagius.
Yeah, and then for some reason you get the hit bone of Pelagius at the end of it.
Yeah, it's the key to get out of his head.
Yeah. That was actually a pretty cool mission. I didn't really realize it was there until later on. I don't know why I ignored it for so long.
It's because it's out of the way.
Yeah.
I stumbled upon it completely by accident. A lot of the Daedric Prince quests are.
Yeah, they kind of are. So, okay. So, let's move on to our favorite missions. Quentin, you start.
Okay, so mine's a mod. It's called the Cheese of Ages. It is a 4 to 6 hour quest line with unique characters.
Is this the mod?
Yeah. It's fully voice acted. It added another dungeon, I think, as well. And the entire premise of this quest, you have to collect all of the ingredients to make the greatest cheese known to man.
That should be an actual quest line.
Dude, the way these people fucking did this, like, you would have thought it just was.
I'm going to have to check to see if Xbox has that mod.
I played it on... This was back the first time I was in college. Fucking however many years ago. And I played it on my laptop, so that... I don't know if it would be on console now. I don't even know if I could still find it. Actually, it should just be on my Steam account still.
There you go.
Anyways, that's probably my favorite quest. Like I said, like if you didn't know any better, you would just think it's just a side quest the game gives you.
Tim, how about yours?
Oh, I didn't know we were allowed to do mod. What is that? Sorry, I was trying to find the name of one, and I just found a mod where you play as one of the Ninja Turtles, and I'm just gonna scroll up.
Okay, well, essentially, I just picked a mod quest because in our professional show notes, it showed Tim saying what he's about to say, and I was like, well, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild quests are my favorite quest lines in the game, but if we're allowed to mention favorite mod quest lines, I'm gonna say the Legacy of the Dragonborn. It's super long. It's all voiced, and it's really, really good. You're basically you open a museum, and then you have to find artifacts related to the Dragonborns of the past, and you kind of explore what it means to be a Dragonborn, and it's really interesting. And I think it's all it's not all. I think most of it's actual lore inspired, but it's all very lore friendly, even if some of it's not canon.
I am forgetting right now. Is the Dragonborn like the Avatar, where it's there's only one at a time?
So?
There's supposed to be only one at a time.
Wasn't the purpose of the DLC that there was another one or a past one? I don't remember.
Like an evil.
Yeah, he was. The Dragonborn DLC, the one that you meet was the Dragonborn before, but then he went off into the other realm. So then another Dragonborn was, born. So now when he came back, there's two, and it's all fucky.
Okay, so it's not like a reincarnation of the Dragonborn.
No, there's just always one.
There's just always, okay.
There's supposed to be one.
I think I would be remiss if I didn't mention a minor thing from... I think John's going to talk about it a little bit, but in the Dawnguard DLC, you can find Saint Jube, who is a character from the very beginning of Morrowind, who then who was a prisoner with you in the beginning of Morrowind. And then in lore, canon, he went on to rid Morrowind of the Cliff Racers, which are these annoying-ass pterodactyls that make the worst sound known to man. And he's more or less just the mythical version of St. Patrick, where he rid Ireland of snakes.
Oh my fucking god. It's so... I'm angry, but I love it. I'm mad that it exists.
His stuff on oh, here's how I did the stuff, and it's just what?
Yeah,
that was stuck in the Soul Cairn years later, so...
Yeah. I kind of glossed over the whole Soul Cairn thing, to be completely honest, in the Dawnguard. But that is one of my favorite quest lines, but I just love the vampire stuff and the Dawnguard and taking him out. I like the characters a lot in the Dawnguard, and I think it just plays really well. The other one that I really like a lot too is the Champions quest, the Companions quest line, because I don't know. I like the mythical creatures thing, like werewolves, vampires, Bigfoot, Loveland Frogman. So that really draws me to these storylines, especially.
Fucking cryptozoologist, you.
Yeah, it just interests me. I don't know. I'm bad.
No, a lot of that shit's really cool.
Yeah, it's just interesting their take on, these classic cryptids,
Yeah, it's always cool to get another, I guess, perspective on a known thing, or a new take, I guess I should say.
Yeah, and I really enjoy their take on vampires. Like, I think it's really interesting. But I hate being one in the game because I did become a vampire in the game and I hated it.
The vampire lord thing was kind of cool. Where you could, like... I mean, when you're 15...
skill tree and shit.
When you're 15 and, like, edgy, yeah. When you shop at Hot Topic, yeah.
Fair enough.
Stop talking about me.
I'm talking about us. Both of us.
Well,
not Tim.
fair.
Tim was not on the front lines of the Hot Topic army. We were soldiers in the
I wish
pop
he
punk
was.
war, dude.
I would have loved to see Tim in some guy liner, skinny jeans, and a band t-shirt.
I mean, Tim wears like Tim's worn band shirts.
I mean, yeah, but like
I've seen an Aerosmith shirt on that man.
Oh,
a few
yeah, the
times.
Aerosmith
No, I want to see like a screamo band with like those weird artwork things
The
that
classic
only
graphic
Hot Topic
tees.
has.
Neon orange, fucking I set my friends on fire shirt or something.
Yes.
The classics.
Yes, I agree. So now, saying that, obviously we have to talk about our most hated missions or quest lines throughout the game. Tim, would you start us off for this segment?
Dude, fuck the College of Winterhold. It's outside of like 2 things that aren't even part of the main quest line in it. It sucks. It's just go here, do this, come back. Which, don't get me wrong. It's an RPG. You're gonna have those. But this one literally has no consequence. It's just like, oh, you know how to cast a basic fireball spell? You're in. You don't have to use magic ever again.
Yeah, I never did.
You have to do it like once or twice for puzzles, and that's it.
Yeah.
And, it's just... and at the end of the game, it's just... At the end of the storyline, it's just like, okay, you're Archmage now. You don't really have to do anything, but you solved our problems.
And you don't know how to do, like, any magic at all.
And
you're like, oh, you're Archmage.
Yeah, I was about to say, you could literally just go in balls blazing with the sword and do everything you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And outside of some, like, final lore implications at the end of the thing about the Sigic Order and the Eye of Magnus, it's just dumb and bad, and I don't know. A lot of the Mage Guild's quests aren't strong in a lot of the games, but still.
That's because no one ever wants to be a fucking mage.
It's not true. I'd love to be a mage if they were ever good. You have to mod the game
but
to
they're
make
never
them good. Exactly. You have to mod in, like, additional spells that just fuck everyone's day up to make it good.
Yeah. I hate that storyline, too. Like I said earlier, the only good thing I've ever seen come out of that storyline was when Arcana was completely naked. Because that was just fucking hilarious.
I didn't even have a cool glitch to, like, make it okay for me.
Yeah, other than that, it was terrible. I hate playing through it.
It's the only good things about it are like the weird secret quest line to get like the master spells from the one guy, and then the weird secret quest line under the in like I don't remember what they call it, but like the basement of the school inside the glacier.
Oh, underneath, yeah.
Where you can find that Daedric gauntlet that someone's a Daedric pirate lord.
Yeah.
That's cool and dumb and funny, and that goes into my thing of like out of the way, unnecessary storytelling. But like the main story itself for the College of Winterhold is so bad and dumb.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that the side stuff and the glitches are the only good things to come out of that quest line at all.
Yeah, I would, yes, absolutely would agree.
Quentin, how about you?
Alright. Fucking Dragonborn Dlc. Final mission, fight, whatever. I fucking hate it because I was in some weird masochistic state in my life where I was like, I'm gonna play through Skyrim, but I'm not gonna use any weapons. And if anyone knows, Skyrim didn't have like an unarmed skill tree or anything like that. The only way to get any kind of an unarmed perk or boost is the gloves of the pugilist. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Pugilist in the sewers of Riften.
There's that, and there's like one unarmed perk for heavy armor. That's it.
So like, it's not easy to do an unarmed playthrough, but for whatever reason, I was dead fucking set on doing an unarmed playthrough. And on this account, I legitimately could not beat the last like mission of the Dragonborn DLC where you finally like you get into the shit of it and fight. So honestly, I don't think I ever went back and beat it on my main account. Now that I think about it, because
the last mission is hard. Like even with weapons, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, because like I
don't
played
remember
through.
what it is.
I didn't want to play through all of it all over again, like the entire DLC. So I don't think I ever went back and beat it.
I mean, that's fair.
Maybe I'll do it because I mean I have fucking Skyrim Legendary or whatever edition complete, whatever the fuck it's called, on
Skyrim Special Edition.
Yeah, on my computer right now. So one of these days I might go through and do it. But
yeah, if you do, we want to update for sure. Now, when you say you're doing an unarmed playthrough, are you playing through like the whole game, like all the quest lines, or just certain ones?
I did the whole main quest, and then
when the dragons returned, did you just beat the fuck out of Alduin with your bare hands?
Yeah, and then I also used healing spells.
That blows my mind.
I may have used destruction spells, but I don't remember. I don't know if that was one of my.
You have to use like shouts for to make the dragon fights easier, but
I mean, I use shouts like that's like because
there's some points you have to.
Yeah. So no, I still counted those as like a thing. It was basically just no weapons was my whole thing.
Jesus. Okay. I just was wondering that earlier because you told me about it, and I was like, did he really go through this whole fucking game?
Yeah, no, I went through the whole main quest, and then I tried to do Dragonborn DLC, and I couldn't beat it. And I don't remember. I want to say I did Dawnguard on my main account.
Damn.
So I just did that normally.
I bought this game twice. Actually, I just bought it twice. I haven't bought it on PS4, I was going to say. I'd say I've only bought it the first time, and then I pirated a copy.
I borrowed a copy offline.
And then when I got my good PC that I'm running now, I bought it on sale for like $10. And modded the hell out of it and played it for 6 months, and then got bored. But yeah, I love this game.
Yeah. I am not a fan though of the Civil War. I'm not. I think it's the weakest Marvel movie. The only it is actually. I will agree to that as well. But the only thing I like out of it is that you get Ulfric's clothing at the end.
It's like,
if you
I'm
kill
a
him.
king, bitch.
Well, it's cool because he has the same clothing as the Jarl of Whiterun, but his stays black, like when you put it on. So it's like a unique clothing that only he has. The only thing that sucks is it's 0 armor. So
who needs armor when you got fucking swag?
Yeah, I just maxed out like all my shit and put his clothing on and just ran around killing people. So all right. So now we've talked about our least favorite stuff, our most favorite stuff, our encounters with the game in the past. but I'd really like to know, they've remastered it for the PS4, the Xbox One, the PC, the Switch, all this stuff now, and we keep getting little hints at a new one coming out soon, probably in, never, but how do you guys feel about it nowadays? Like, if you turned it on today, what would be your first couple, thoughts?
My first couple of thoughts, www.nexusmods.com.
I was about to say, my first thought would be, wonder what's new in the Steam Workshop.
That's fair. I think the game aged decently well, but only if you apply mods.
Yeah, it would be extremely hard to play base game no mods. Like, I don't think I could do it.
I think there's just so many great mods that have come out, like for textures and clothing and quests, that it's hard not to mod, because now that I know that they're out there, I want to go find these nice mods to make the game better.
Yeah, you have to have your Macho Man Randy Savage mods, and
can't forget about Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon.
I fucking love that mod.
Macho Man Randy Dragon.
That mod is great for about 5 minutes, and then I hate it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because sometimes you get like these really weird fucking, I don't know, like animations, and it's just like it definitely doesn't look right to begin with, but then sometimes it just like
sure it's just
kind of bugs out.
Randy Savage, like texture from a wrestling game stretched over a dragon model.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is.
Of course, it's gonna fuck up, but still, like, yeah, it's.
It doesn't even look like him.
Yeah, in the sky so many times from like this needs to be turned off.
Yeah,
needs to be turned off.
It's really just him screaming, "Oh yeah, brother," over and over again. That I get tired of it.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, the more meme side of the mod community is definitely fun for a little bit, but the mods that add longevity to the game are definitely like the passion project, fucking quest line additions and stuff like that. And if you ever have the chance to like check any of those out, like any kind of like quest line mod, try to find one that, like, you can definitely tell has some work put into it with like voice acting, and if it adds a couple hours of playtime, like, like you're gonna probably get something pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Legacy of the Dragonborn. It's like a full game inside the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a lot of the modded quests, even if like some of them don't have great voice acting in them. Like, still give them a try, because some of them have great storylines. I played it through a couple where the voice acting was like okay, but the quest line was great. It gave like some different lore aspects and stuff that weren't terrible. So they were long playthroughs.
Yeah, sometimes you play through these things and you're like, why the fuck don't these people work for this company? Like, what the fuck? Like, why are they not pulling from this modding community?
I hope they do for the next one. I really do. It'd be great. A great idea on Bethesda's part.
There's so much untapped potential out there that's it's wild. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when you have people making mods like own a weed dispensary in Skyrim, and
Snoop Dogg's joint
some other,
as a
really
weapon.
Dumb ones that I found.
Cats of Skyrim is one of my favorite mods too.
There's one I like that adds just a giant bong as a two-handed weapon.
Oh,
that's a good one.
I've seen some where they just make horse textures into cars.
That's awesome. There's a Lord of the Rings weapons pack that I like a lot.
What?
There's a Lord of the Rings weapons pack.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, and then I can pretend I'm Aragorn because he's a
There was,
badass.
That
in Oblivion, it's a different game, but in Oblivion, I remember there was a mod where you can have an X-wing fighter following you around as a companion,
that was a good one.
and it would just shoot arrows at people.
That's awesome. Okay, so we've talked about the game. Now let's talk about the very little we know about a possibility of a next one. We got teased scenery views at E3 in 2018, and Bethesda then followed up at E3 2019 by just not showing up.
Yeah, sometimes game companies do that.
Yeah, so now there's rumors, because they didn't show up, that they are waiting to release it for the PS5 and the Xbox Scarlet, which it kind of sucks because there's not a lot about the PS5 out yet. So we could be waiting a while.
Well, to be fair, Bethesda was at E3 2019, but nothing about Elder Scrolls was.
Okay, that's
All they
that's
talked about
fair.
was Doom Eternal, Fallout 76, Ghostwire Tokyo, some game no one really cares about.
Yeah, but everyone just cares about Elder Scrolls. Like, come
And
with
how Elder
something.
Scrolls Blades is coming to Switch.
They should have at least came with something. Like, hey, here's a sword that might be in it.
Bethesda
They had to
should
clean
just
up their
like
mess with Fallout 76 first.
nah, dude. They should just have their own event called B3. Bethesda 3.
Yeah, no.
And they'll announce Skyrim 2, Revenge of the Sky. They'll announce Elder Scrolls 6. Just can't get enough of them scrolls.
I hope it's spelling wood.
And then they're gonna make Elder Scrolls Online a free to play.
That would be
Pretty
nice
sure
if
it
they did
is.
that.
Is
It is. Tamriel Unlimited is free, but it
Is
sucks. Yeah.
Well, you have to have, like, Xbox Gold to play it. So.
Maybe you can play it on PC for fucking nothing. But I think you have to have a Bethesda launcher to do it.
Trying to get in on that shit, Tim? You trying to be the best of the best?
No, dude, I played it a long time ago with our friend Elijah, and it's not good.
It's very repetitive.
It's just not. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my big criticism I would have with it. It's very grindy, and the PvP isn't fun because there's just gonna be people who know the exact best weapons to use at all times.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
It just gets
Brotherhood
boring.
Questline that I paid money for wasn't fucking fun.
I feel like
wait. You had to pay money for the.
Yeah, I paid like $20 for online for like the premium one where you get like all the DLC, and I tried to play through the Dark Brotherhood thing, and it wasn't even fun.
It just sucked. Well, fair enough.
Huh.
Maybe we won't play it then.
I mean, we can play it if you want. I'll play with you. It's just
I don't know if I want to.
Is it cross-platform?
I don't think so.
Oh, I would say I would play it with you too, but I have it.
I have it for PS4 too.
There you go.
Well,
I have it for Xbox, so.
Oh, dude, we could be like super gamers, all different consoles, fucking teaming up, dude. It'd be like
we could break
Captain
the internet.
Planet.
Break the internet. All these different console players coming together in unison.
Like
the other two they don't have two consoles because of the Sony Xbox thing. So it's just PC and Mac share servers, and then the other two consoles have their own distinct servers.
Lame.
Oh,
all right.
Shit.
Well, we talked about probably all that we could talk about. So we talked all things Dragony, all things Skyrim-y, scaly, magic-y. Ooh.
Lusty Argonian matey.
Ooh.
I want to point out real quick, I just thought of this, but Skyrim might have been a big factor in the furry community. Because of the Khajiits and Argonians, but that might be a talk for a different time.
It might have been what? Sorry, you cut out for me.
I feel like the Argonians and the Khajiits, they really helped build the furry community, but that might be a conversation.
No, dude, that was Rescue Rangers.
Oh man, this might be a conversation for a different podcast, but I just wanted to throw that out there. But unless you guys have anything to add to our topic today, I guess we can start wrapping this bitch up.
No,
I'm
not reading it.
All I can say is I can't wait to play this game again in 2040 when it gets re-released for the 14th time on the Xbox 6900.
Eat ass, skate ass. Just for the record, that was a typo that I made in our show notes, and they made me say it with a gun to my head.
We did not put a gun to your head. We just said that you had to say it.
Randy Pitchford did.
I might have had a sword to his head, though.
Ooh.
He had a crossbow that only did 3 damage per shot.
Alright, so I guess all that's left is start wrapping this thing up. So let's hit our recommendations. Quentin, why you give yours first?
I got a podcast for you guys. It's called Those Conspiracy Guys. They just take really fucking deep dives into topics. I listened to one the other day about the topic of anti-vaccination. They were anti-vax, if that makes sense.
So pro-vax.
Yeah.
Good, that's where you should be at.
But I was at work, and like I usually work like it's like my shifts are like 9 or 10 hours usually, so it's like I just clicked on a random episode. I was like, all right, let's get into this. And it was like 3 hours later, and it's still going. And I was like, holy fuck, what the fuck? And I look at my phone. It is like a 6-hour-long podcast. So when I say
that, we do that.
We've done a couple 2-hour ones before, and I'm just like, by the end of it, I'm just like,
Yeah, I want to die in the other 2-hour episodes of Backdash.
It's rough, but yeah, no. So if you ever want to like take a super fucking deep dive, it's 3 Irishmen. They will take you down a rabbit hole or two.
Good. I'll have to give them a try because the conspiracy stuff has always been something that I've been pretty interested in. It's just interesting.
They have a lot of true crime and stuff like that. They have a lot of topics that I've also seen on like Time Suck and like Last Podcast on the left.
Oh, nice.
I remember I found this podcast like years ago, and then Quinn recommended it, and I was like, oh, hey, I've listened to these guys. I don't remember what I listened to them talk about, but this was back in the time when I would just put on a podcast and play a video game for 4 hours after college, so I don't know.
Not a bad way to live, man.
Dude, it was not a good way to live either.
Somewhere in that, like, in between.
Yeah.
Kind of purgatorio.
Yeah, a little
somewhere
bit.
in that purgatory between I'm antisocial and don't want to do anything, but not doing anything makes me depressed. So.
It's a classic struggle.
Well, tell us what you do in your purgatory time, Tim. What are your recommendations?
I think this week I'm going to recommend a movie that came out in 1988.
If you don't spit out a movie that came out.
Yeah, if I don't spit out a movie that's at least 20 years old, you know something's wrong.
Yeah.
And I think I should maybe recommend the whole series of Mobile Suit Gundam, because I watched Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack this week, and if you want to hear me go in depth on this, probably on the Backdash this week, tune in there. But holy shit, this is a good movie. Like, top to bottom, if you like space robots and fighting and scummy kind of Nazi-esque politics. Holy fuck. It's good.
Maybe we'll have to watch it and
It's coming out in theaters December 2nd for one day only.
whoa.
Because it's its 30th anniversary last year, but they did it this year for some reason.
I'm just thinking maybe we watch it and do a little mini-sode on it or something.
Dude, I would love to watch this movie with you guys. It's so good.
Be great.
But I would have to be like, okay, this is the setup for this. This is what's going to be this is what's already happened, and which I will 100% do.
That'd be cool. Let's set that up.
We can have a movie night at my place. We'll make it happen.
I'm not saying the movie's on YouTube, but it's on YouTube. In Blu-ray quality.
Ooh.
Fuck it, yeah.
I know what I'm going to do at work tomorrow. I hope my coworkers are not listening.
It's fine because this'll be uploaded way after when you're actually going to like do that. So like
it'll be done and over with. So
if we upload,
I should say that this is anime, but
what?
I don't know if it's clear, but this is anime.
Yeah, I know it's anime.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear for everyone listening.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I said it. I think I said giant space robots, and if that's not a big enough indicator that it's some anime shit, I'm gonna tell you.
I don't even know what kind of genre of movie it would be if it wasn't anime, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Like, that would be a very niche movie if it wasn't.
Pacific Rim, that's the only one.
Yeah.
It's its own genre.
Which is like a live-action anime, let's be honest.
Kind of.
And I love it.
Too is very much that.
It's got fucking kaiju, it's got fucking giant robots. What else? What else is there in anime?
Okay.
I'm sure there's a love story in Pacific Rim.
There is.
Unfortunately, there is.
Do
you not like it, Tim?
I like Pacific Rim 1.
Yes.
Pacific Rim 2, not so good.
No, it was a very shoddy attempt. If they could have got the actors from the first one to come back.
Is there a scene where the main character is late for his first day of school with toast in his mouth?
No.
Then Pacific Rim is not an anime.
There's a scene where Charlie Day is like freaking the fuck out about aliens.
Charlie Day's in this movie?
Yeah.
In the first one.
I might have to watch it now.
He's probably in the second one too, but I don't remember half of it.
I don't like the second one. I couldn't get all the way through it, to be honest.
It's not good. It's really, really bad. It's just.
I think Charlie Day and Charlie Hunnam needed to come back for the second movie, and it would have been decent. But to totally cut their characters out, I just don't get it.
It's the next generation of pilots.
Great.
Or whatever they're called in this movie.
I also don't see the point in having a second movie because they closed the portal.
Yeah. It's almost as if they tied up all the loose ends at the end of the first one.
Yeah, like they never set it up for a sequel. Anyways, maybe we should have an episode about that shit. But
sure,
whatever.
I'd be down.
My recommendations for this week, I didn't do anything really besides getting ready to hunt and going hunting. So my recommendation is to go enjoy some outdoors. So that's all I did this week. I know that's probably not a great recommendation for a pop culture podcast, but put us in your earbuds and walk around town. Who knows?
Yeah.
So then that leads me to plugs. So Tim, go ahead and start us off.
Let's see here. What do we got? If you want to listen to me and Quentin talk about video games for at least an hour every week.
Usually closer to 2.
Recently it has been. Go listen to The Backdash, a podcast we do about video games with our other friend Alex. And for this next one letter of my social media, we got the letter A, as in artichokes and ass.
I don't even want to keep doing the podcast after that line. I want to end the show on that. I love finishing our episodes. Yeah, I love finishing our episodes on Tim's little one-liners. It's great. So, okay, so Quentin, what are your plugs?
I am still on Twitter. They haven't got me yet. You can find me at Applebee's is okay.
Okay.
Nice.
You can also find me at the CERN Laboratories.
Oh.
Fucking with the colliders and shit.
Okay, keep an eye out. My shameless plugs this week, like usual, you can catch me on Instagram at John Mergenthaler. You can also catch me on the Nightmare Notes with our buddy Joey and my wife Carly. This Saturday, we are going to cover cryptids. I am doing the Rake. Joey, I believe, is doing the Kraken. And Carly has not announced hers yet. So it will be a surprise.
Better be Mothman.
I was surprised Joey didn't do Mothman because he's actually, like, him and his dad are really obsessed with Mothman.
That's why, because it's not a cryptid, it's real.
Mothman is real, and if you live near a bridge and you see Mothman, he's like, hey, you're pretty cool. Don't go to this bridge tomorrow.
Some of you are all right.
Don't go to the bridge.
Awesome. Well, I think that concludes our podcast this week. Next week, I think we made a last-minute decisions, and I think Tim or Quentin are trying to tell me that we're going to be doing The Simpsons.
Well,
Is
we
that
talked
correct?
about it, so I was just asking.
That is, I'm fine with that.
We will explore the simp.
Yeah, the simp.
Can we say, like, first 9 seasons?
Like the good seasons?
Yeah, like the golden age. I don't
Yeah,
wanna
we'll do
really
the
talk
golden
about-
age of The Simpsons.
I don't want to talk about Pokemon Go Simpsons. That just makes me depressed.
Simpsons got bad before that. The Tony Hawk episode, I think, is
Dude, Tony Hawk with jaundice?
the first episode I remember that I can think of where I was like, yeah, this show's going downhill. Why the fuck is Homer doing a skateboard? But wait till next week to hear all that.
If you want to see
Alright.
some good injury disgusting content, Tony Hawk posted a video on Twitter today of his arm shooting out pus.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Because he, in his own words, I got a pretty bad cut skateboarding. Didn't go to the hospital to get stitches.
Gross.
Yeah, it happens.
Quentin, don't do that. Be careful when you skate.
Doctors are expensive. Fuck healthcare.
Alright, well, next week we'll do The Simpsons. So stay tuned.
But there's one fear. In their tongue, no fighting. Dragonborn